Hi, I'm Mariama Jawo.
And I'm Bree Hamilton, and we were interested in assessing if EMS providers were more likely to experience symptoms of PTSD and depression due to the nature of their work. EMS and EMT providers are first responders and are often the first to arrive at the scenes of accidents and experience traumatic experiences firsthand. The COVID-19 pandemic has infected over 2.9 million people and resulted in more than 130,000 deaths, a crisis that EMS and EMT workers have also had to encounter and that we think contributes to the amount of stress that they endure. We conducted a survey to examine if COVID impacted EMS providers.
We surveyed 568 EMS and EMT providers who ranged from 18 to 76 years of age. We collected basic demographic information about participants, including age, gender, race, information about their practices, including where they service, PTSD symptoms, and depression.
Our first hypothesis was that EMS and EMT providers' concerns for their own and their families' health and well-being would vary based on whether they were located in an area with a high or low concentration of COVID cases. As shown in Figure 1, we found supported our hypothesis. Providers in areas with a higher density of COVID cases, shown by the blue bar, were more likely to be worried about becoming sick than providers in areas with lower density of cases, shown by the purple bar. However, there was no evidence that the density of COVID cases influenced concern over their own and their families' health.
Our second hypothesis was that EMS and EMTs in regions of higher COVID cases would experience more severe symptoms of PTSD and depression than low-density areas. As shown in Figure 2 in the red bars, EMS and EMTs are more likely to report severe PTSD symptoms when working in high-density regions as compared to low-density regions. However, the density of COVID cases was not associated with depression, as you can see in the blue bars in Figure 2.
Our third hypothesis was that EMS and EMT providers will have limited knowledge and use of mental health services regardless of the density of COVID cases. As you can see in the blue bar in the first cluster of Figure 3, the majority of participants knew their agency had had mental health services available. And as you can see in the second cluster, some participants used the mental health services provided by their agency, but most of them did not. And as you can see in the last cluster, many of the participants used other mental health services provided outside of their agency.
We found that EMS and EMT providers serving in regions with a high density of COVID cases were more concerned about becoming sick with COVID and reported more severe symptoms of PTSD than their peers in low-density regions. Although participants know about available mental health resources, these resources seem underused.